call the Land Bank meeting of May 5th, 2026 to order. Anybody have any additions to the agenda tonight? No additions. We'll move on to citizen comments. Any citizens, anybody would like to speak? So now's the time. All right, we'll go down to consent agenda. Need a motion to approve minutes from our last meeting, April 7th, 2026.
Motion to approve the minutes of last meeting.
Got a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor? All opposed, passes 6-0. Move down to old business. First item on the old business would be the 533 East 4th, which would be the old Leisure Homestead lot. I did get an email from Travis since our last meeting. He said at this time he was gonna pass on the price that we told him were willing to sell that property for. That he would pass to not have a counter offer. So I guess at this time I'd just like to have a motion and we'll remove that property from old business.
I move we remove 533 East 4th from old business.
Got a motion, can I get a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor? All opposed, passes 6-0. Next item under old business would be the 407 North Santa Fe, which is old VFW building. In our packet, there was a proposal letter written by Matthew Bauer. And then we also have an inspection report from Southwind Inspections. They were able to come look the property over. So I had Pam print off the first 6 pages with the summary. I'm not going to go line by line item, but the first section there on page 2 listed some major concerns. There's 6 major concerns. Sunken area on the south roof. Roof overall in poor condition. Hole in northwest part of roof. North exterior wall bowed. Moisture damage in the ceiling and walls in the northwest storage room due to the hole in ceiling. So kind of a lot of just roof and water damage. Then there's a section with items not operating. There's electrical, plumbing, furnaces have not operated, and old furnace located in the room east of the bar. Just notes that it's very old. Then improvement items, there's a list of about 20 different improvement items, just varies the miscellaneous. And then the section under potential safety hazards just have to do with electrical outlets, no smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors. Deferred cost items, just list of the water heater is old. Items to monitor, they did find termite damage on some boards in the crawl space, but note that they didn't see any active termites at the time, but recommended a full evaluation by a licensed termite inspector. So that's kind of the overview. I've Pam copy a full inspection report for anybody that didn't have a chance to look at it already. Any comments on the inspection or the proposal letter that we have at this time? The inspection report, I see that there's quite a few items on there. I think it would take a lot of effort and a lot of resources to get it back up. I just think it's been neglected the last 10, 15 years, and it's gonna showing a lot of damage. So that's kind of where I'm at on it. Any other
Yeah, I
input
think-
on?
I mean, I think the intentions are admirable for sure. My main concern, as I brought up last time, was, or last meeting we had, was that we're the fourth owner since it was the VFW, and it's kind of finally in our hands and able to take care of a building that is, by inspection as well, is in pretty rough shape. And main concern would be knowing that the intended use for this building would be public. I think it's held to a higher standard if there's gonna be events there. And I think there's a lot in this inspection report, and I'd be concerned that, I just am very concerned that it'll be too big of a project. And he mentions a bowed wall, turnout damage, and the electrical outlets wiring. It seems like it's an entire gut job more than just a maintenance job, and that's concerning to me, especially for a building that would be intended for public use. But like I said, I think the thought is admirable, but I have major concerns.
Pam, can you help me remember, we bought this building a year ago,
Yes.
and we bought it from a realtor?
No, it's a private owner.
What, was there a realtor
It
involved?
was, yeah. Keller had it listed for
I thought,
a couple months. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it was listed for a while.
Okay, yeah, I can't remember the time frame, but yeah, Keller had it, they had it listed.
okay.
That's what I thought, is that, it was publicly listed,
Yeah, yeah, Shannon Ballard had the listing.
and we waited some time to let the public buy it, and no one did, so we did, with the intent of buying it for the good, as a dilapidated property that we would just take care of.
Do you remember what we get for it, Chad?
It's on your sheet.
10,500
Is that what it was?
on May of 24.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's right at 2 years.
I mean, I too think it's a noble idea what you all are wanting to do. I have had a couple of people call me and ask for us not to go that direction because we did purchase it to demolish it. I mean, that was why we did it. We didn't buy it to resell it. I guess where I'm at.
Yep.
I'll just echo that. I mean, it's well spoken.
Yeah, I think it's bad enough shape, but I think you put $50,000 or $100,000 in it, you wouldn't have built nothing when you're done.
I mean, it's not that I don't want you folks to come to town. It's just not a very good place to bring other public into. I mean, I don't know, we walked through it and it's not very good. The inspection report has the old knob and wire electrical. That's
Federal Pacific.
old. But, I don't know, I feel like it should, we are just trying to keep the community safe from dilapidated buildings.
Yeah, it's kind of our purpose, I guess.
And, you know, we didn't go looking for this building, it wasn't donated, you know, it was up for public. Anyone could have bought it.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
You just said a moment ago that the board went and inspected looked at the building, correct? Am I mistaken in that? Did you go as a group or just a couple people? Did anybody from the board go?
It was a come get the key and tour it on your own time. We did not meet
Okay.
together.
Did anybody bother to call Matt and ask him to come down and look so he could talk about some of the things that anybody might have pointed out that were wrong with the building or what the inspector said? I'm going to assume that that's a no.
Yeah, no, we did not.
Well, we got the inspection report today,
Yeah,
Okay, but
so.
you've had plenty of time to invite Matt to come down and take a look at the building, and so he could say whether or not his group could come in there and fix the building. He's told you the last time that they have plenty of professionals that do this type of work. When we went and looked at the building, now I'm not a building inspector, but from just a layman's view, the building looked solid. That's just my opinion of it. And to tear it down is tearing down some of our history here in St. John, especially some of our veterans. And that's not something that I'm very happy with. And I understand where you guys are coming from. I understand that you have safety, but we've got a lot of buildings in this city that need that type of attention and are not getting it from anybody.
There is another electrical box in there besides the old knob. The new box panel has been put in, and it looks like they were starting to use it and rewiring some when the people got out of it. But it looks like there is some new wiring ran from it. Somebody would just have to trace it and see where it goes.
There is a relatively new breaker box in there, and it's in good condition and it's relatively new. The older one, I think, was used for previous HVAC that's not even existing anymore. The only HVAC that's in there right now are the two heaters. And there's not a cooling unit in there at all. And from what I've been told, that's not a major deal a lot of times in the summer until it gets really nasty out. With regards to safety and stuff, once the property becomes ours, you guys are relieved of responsibility. We have to insure it, and we have to get it inspected before we could even do public events to start with. So we would be responsible for that part of it after the fact, not the city.
And our house is knob and tube right now.
Mhm.
That my great-great-grandfather built. We're
I just
still
want
running
to
with
set a
knob and
storage
tube.
unit that's knob and tube, but I have to put a new breaker box in it before the next renewal on my insurance for that. So I'm very familiar with this. Our group, like you said, our plumber's right here. Long time plumber.
Licensed even.
I've done electricity my whole life. I work for a water jet company, three-phase AC. We do high-pressure water, we do all the mechanical stuff for our machines. I'm in manufacturing facilities all the time. So I do manufacturing electricity as well. So I'm very familiar with three-phase and single-phase AC all day long. That's easy. It's just a matter of providing
New wires.
the wires and stuff. I wired my whole garage, which I work in now, which has HVAC in it. Put it all in myself and contracted the licensing part of it to get it inspected and up to code. So we're all very familiar with that. We've looked it over twice as a group. And nobody had anything that we were very concerned with as far as cost. If you look at us, most of us are young enough to do the labor. The labor's the highest cost of most of this to begin with. So that's our case. And we wouldn't, like I said, if you read my proposal, we're all families, right? We have a lot to lose. So we're not interested in getting into lawsuit, and if somebody would get hurt down there during a public event. So it would be insured, or waivers would be signed, or it would be
Legal.
responsibly taken care of and legal. So that's our case for it.
If you ask me, it's a win-win situation for the city and for the land bank. You guys are absolved of any responsibility. If they get the building, they take responsibility. If anything happens, they're responsible, period.
You're
It's a
no
win-win
longer paying
situation.
taxes.
You're
no
bringing
longer
tax
paying
dollars
taxes,
into the
insurance.
city.
I heard a number of $50,000 to demolish that building. I think I heard that last meeting, give or take.
That's
That
No,
was
that
the,
was-
how much
that
it
was
cost
the
for the
property.
Legions across, yeah.
So I misunderstood that number. So,
Yeah.
I know it's not cheap to get that demolished and do something with that property.
Then you'll
I
have
think
big-
it's a
you'll
win
have
for,
big
a
property.
complete win for the city, cause it relieves you guys of responsibility. We would have to take that responsibility and insure the building before we could even do anything with it. The two, myself and, the two people that run the grappling business in Great Bend, they're not here because they got an overwhelming amount of folks, when they offered to provide free, self-defense stuff after that girl got killed in Great Bend, so they are busy in the, Washington Gym at the moment. But she also has several rentals as well. And her and I looked it over, it made sense, even if the club didn't own it, we were interested in it just ourselves as a business proposition. Cause I'm looking to retire in the next 5 years. I don't wanna work to 65, and I'm getting damn close.
Well, I do appreciate all of your input, but I'm gonna put in the form of a motion that we do not sell the property at 407 North Santa Fe. Is that the right property?
Yes. Got a motion on the table. So, do we have a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor? All opposed? Passes 6-0. We will jump down to new business. We have a application to purchase 401 East 4th, which will be just over here in the corner. Applicants are Bill Simates and Mike Osborne. Looks like their proposal would be to put a garage space there on the corner.
What's the city code, Pam, on across the street versus truly adjacent property for the sheds?
You have to get a special
It's a
use
special use.
permit to be able to have the garage across the alley, not the alley, the street, sorry.
Alright, if we excuse ourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
So
I
if
appreciate
we
it.
approve this, we would wanna put it contingent on the zoning approval,
Correct.
probably.
Yeah, that's right.
Would that also
Thank you all.
qualify if they wanted to sell produce or would that have to be another permit?
Now, if they want to sell something out of it, a special use permit will take care of all of it. We have special use and we have conditional use. So if they just want the garage, the conditional use would probably fit the best. But if they want to sell stuff out of it, then the special use with the condition of selling would
I
be,
didn't bring that up.
Yeah.
Because I know she's gonna do that,
right.
but in case she would.
Sure.
You wouldn't want it
Yeah.
to be in, not in the farm.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't recommend rezone because you don't know how long the business is gonna be there. So it's probably best to do the special use if she wants to sell like produce out there seasonally, so.
You need a special use, or can you get like a variance?
No, the variants only give you when you don't have
Like
enough
setback or those
setbacks.
kind of
Yeah,
things.
it doesn't allow, other condition.
And that special use would only be for this person.
Correct.
If property sold, they'd have to re-special use it.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, it reverts back to regular residential.
The caveat to that is if they put up a $150,000 shed and they sell it to somebody else, you'd be hard pressed to not grant that. If they're not gonna change what they're using it for, as far as shed goes or whatever.
Are you guys wanting to recoup that $1,600 on that 401?
You know, we didn't,
I say for roaches, we didn't, we
I
don't
don't think we
typically
did
do.
for roaches.
Residential's done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
I think residential, we always just do the 300 per lot,
Okay.
but the commercial's different.
And then immediately goes on the tax roll.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm in favor.
Did they have a proposed size or anything on the?
No, she wanted to see if it will get approved and then she'll get a building permit with the sizes.
Okay.
I'd make a motion to sell it to Jill Steinmeier for the amount of $300.
do we have to put in the motion contingent on zoning
Well,
approval?
It would be easier so that way you guys don't have to meet back up to accept
Yeah,
that property
If the
back
zoning
into.
doesn't get approved,
Yeah.
then it would just revert back to us.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Have to s-
contingent on that, and then the normal 12-month build start.
I'll second that.
All right, got a motion and a second. All in favor?
For $300.
Yes.
Okay. All opposed, passes 6-0. That is all we have for tonight, unless anybody else would like to discuss anything.
Joe, you haven't said a word.
That means we're well spoken.
Yeah, you guys don't have the same.
Yep.
If that's it for this meeting, I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Make a motion to adjourn lane meeting May 5th, 2026.
Got a motion? Yeah, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor? All opposed, passes